Good morning, everyone. My name is Michael. Imagine this. Two individuals, both bilingual, but one speaks languages that are closely related, like Spanish and Portuguese, while the other speaks languages that are vastly different, say Mandarin and English. Will their bilingual experience shape their cognitive abilities in the same way? This question lies at the heart of the study conducted by Gaio and his team titled Linguistic Distance Dynamically Modulates the Effects of Bilingualism on Executive Performance in Aging. Their research delves into how the structural differences between two languages impact executive functions as bilingual individuals grow older. In this presentation, I will provide a comprehensive review of their work, breaking it down into key sections: the study's objectives, methodology, findings, pedagogical implications, and future research directions, and two questions as well to reflect on. Now, let's begin with the core objectives of their study. According to the researchers, their study aimed to answer three fundamental questions. First, how does linguistic distance affect executive function in aging bilinguals? 2. Do closer or more distant language pairs offer greater cognitive advantages? And 3. What is the relationship between bilingualism, cognitive reserve, and executive control? In other words, they wanted to determine whether managing two highly distinct languages imposes greater cognitive demands, ultimately leading to stronger executive function benefits. So, how did Gaio and his team test these ideas empirically? The diagram outlines the methods used in studying linguistic distance and executive functioning, focusing on participants, assessments, linguistic background, and data analysis. About their participants, the researchers selected cognitively healthy bilingual adults to isolate the effects of bilingualism on executive function. They reported that this approach ensures results are not influenced by cognitive decline. As with executive performance assessment, the flanker test and inhibitory control were used to measure attention, regulation, and cognitive flexibility, key aspects of bilingualism's impact on the brain. For the language background, the researchers studied individuals with varied first languages and English as a second language. They reported that this setup helps assess the effects of indiscrete distance on cognitive performance. As to linguistic distance measurement, the researchers used e-linguistic software and genetic proximity to measure language similarity. According to Gaio and his team, these methods provide insight into how linguistic distance influences executive functioning. Now, with regard to data analysis, they used the linear mix models and structural equation modeling. The researchers examined how bilingual experience and linguistic distance impact cognition. They reported that these techniques account for variability and establish meaningful connections. As you can see, the researchers employed a robust framework to explore how linguistic distance shapes bilingual cognitive benefits. According to them, this study provides critical insights into bilingualism and aging. Now, what were the key findings of their study? Let's find out. You are looking now at the diagram that highlights the key findings on bilingualism and linguistic distance in cognitive performance. As to cognitive benefits, Gaio and his team found out that speakers of closely related languages experience early cognitive benefits, while long-term bilingualism supports sustained executive function in aging. results show that bilinguals accumulate cognitive reserve, strengthening neural connections and delaying cognitive decline. What challenges in distant language users? Gaio and his team found out that managing distant languages demands greater cognitive effort, potentially leading to efficiency decline in aging individuals. To sum it up, the results show that while bilingualism enhances cognition, linguistic distance influences the degree and timing of these benefits. What could be the other highlights of their study? The researchers highlighted the cognitive benefits of bilingualism, particularly in relation to linguistic distance and executive functioning. They pointed out that bilingualism delays cognitive decline, reinforcing its role in cognitive resilience. With regards to linguistic distance, they also reported that distant language pairs yield stronger cognitive effects, likely due to increased mental effort in managing two distinct linguistic systems. Conversely, closer language pairs provide greater long-term benefits, possibly through more efficient language control mechanisms. Additionally, our diagram illustrates the cognitive reserve hypothesis, emphasizing that cognitive benefits emerge through different phases. First is the language control phase, where bilinguals manage interference between languages. Second is the L2 learning phase, where new language acquisition stimulates brain activity. And ultimately third, cognitive research accumulation, which strengthens executive control and neural adaptability over time. Now, what will be the pedagogical implications of their research? Now, with regards to education, Gaio and his team's findings suggest that language teaching and learning programs might benefit from integrating more diverse linguistic exposure to maximize cognitive benefits. Concerning cognitive aging, their study supports the idea that actively using two distinct languages could serve as a protective factor against age-related cognitive decline. What they wanted to drive at was that linguistic diversity in bilingual experience may offer a new avenue for delaying neurodegenerative conditions like dementia. Okay, now where should future research go from here? Language researchers who are interested in advancing the study may consider the following 3 points. First, expand the study to different age groups to determine if linguistic distance similarly impacts younger bilingual speakers. Second, examine how different cognitive tasks such as memory recall and problem solving are affected by linguistic distance. And third, investigate the role of multilingualism beyond just bilingualism in cognitive aging. To wrap it up, Gaio and his team study challenges the conventional understanding of bilingual cognitive advantages by introducing the concept of linguistic distance. Their findings suggest that the greater the difference between two languages, the stronger the cognitive benefits, especially in aging individuals. I hope this presentation has provided you with meaningful insights into the dynamic relationship between linguistic distance and executive function. Now, I leave you with 2 questions to reflect on, perhaps in the chat box. 1. If language control plays such a key role in cognitive benefits, what does this mean for education and lifelong learning? 2. If distant languages provide strong cognitive benefits early on, does this advantage last over time? Shukran jazilan. Again, this is Michael. Thank you for your time and attention. Good day.